Hey, Boonies. Well, today we're going to watch the body-worn camera of the Orange County Sheriff's Department, who arrested George on June the 18th of 2019. Now, I caught myself because I realized that I read his arrest for this in the last video. I got this one and the other one confused. I could not find an arrest history for him prior to 2019. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to read the one from 3 days prior on June the 15th of 2019, and then we'll go from there. The charge for this arrest is battery, dating violence. On June the 15th of 2019, I, Deputy J. O'Neill, at 17:08 hours, responded to 4748 Front Lane, Apartment 3 for a battery call. When I arrived on scene, I spoke to Sarah Boone. Stated that her boyfriend, Jorge Torrez, struck her. Sarah stated she was beaten up, face, head, legs, and arms. Sarah stated that she begged George to stop, and George stated, "You are going to die." Sarah stated that George punched her in the head and flung her off the bed. Sarah stated this incident occurred due to George being upset about Sarah talking to another male. Sarah stated that she had been dating George for 2.5 years. I observed a lump that was red in color on the left side of Sarah's face under her hairline. She also had scratches on the right side of her neck. Sarah stated the lump was caused by George punching her. She was not sure if the scratches were from today. Sarah provided a sworn written statement. She desires prosecution and will testify in court. Sarah completed a domestic violence worksheet and was provided a victim's right pamphlet. I then spoke with George. I observed scratches on the right side of George's neck. I asked George how he received the scratches. George stated that he did not know. I then secured George into handcuffs without incident and placed George in the back of my vehicle. I then read George his Miranda warnings from my issued Miranda warning card. George agreed to speak with me. George stated that he did not strike Sarah and that Sarah did not strike him. I took photos of both Sarah and George's injuries and uploaded them into DataWorks. Both Sarah and George refused medical attention. Due to Sarah and George being involved in a dating relationship for 2.5 years and George striking Sarah causing visible injuries, I placed George under arrest for battery under Florida Statute 784.03-15. My body-worn camera was activated. No further information at this time. Okay, let's watch this video and then we'll get to the outcome of this call. There's no sound on the first portion of this video.
So you guess you called for a reason, right?
You told me 24 hours to get a check. Okay. Torres.
Yeah, but you do realize he's here though, right?
322,
Okay, have you been drinking?
I had a drink.
Okay.
It was raining.
It is raining.
Okay. 168 people on in Cornersville Road. You the manager. Or the store manager just broke.
No, don't close the door because I gotta keep an eye on my guy.
Sorry.
Yeah, see what else.
Okay, well. Disappeared in different directions. One in the area check. One of the Hispanic males.
Yeah, what's gonna happen?
Had tattoos all over him. No shirt, gray pants.
Yeah, I have to. He's here.
Other one, tattoos.
Yeah. You can stay right here. You can stay right here. He doesn't know that you call. He doesn't know how to
Another black male, no description, hard QA, three white females, requesting an area check.
Why do you have to? So we left earlier. We respected your wish. Yeah, we respected your wish earlier, okay? But he's here. Okay.
24 hours.
It's because it's domestic. That's the only reason why. Yeah, I have to, man. Because
Doing his press at
you can stay right here. He doesn't have to know. He doesn't have to know. He doesn't have to know.
Management Office 56 complaints transfer smoke occurred last night.
I'll hear your piece. You can step out here. It's not raining. It's just sprinkling. It's okay.
Like 10-8 degree Chevy Malibu.
Go around the corner if you want.
Yes, sir.
Hey, but I'm literally begging you, don't.
Yeah, but you know he's gonna have to.
No.
Just stay here.
Don't come out here acting up. Okay.
There's nothing you can do?
There's nothing you can do.
Why?
Just the law, it's the way the law is, alright? So.
I kind of want to give you a hug.
No, you don't need to give me a hug.
Yeah, you're kind of big and berry.
No, that's okay. No hugs today. Man, you're going. Man, go inside. Go inside. Go inside. We have one coming. She's good. She's good. I'm trying to get her to go back inside because we're trying to do something over here. I know. I know, but I'm trying to keep you away from there. You're not listening. You keep coming outside.
Just go inside.
Just go inside.
I have you come talk to you.
Yeah, he'll come talk to you. And come
No,
over
don't have Rachel come talk to me.
there you go.
No problem. I
Have Rachel. There you go.
George, I'll do whatever I can.
Okay.
Lord, take it easy. Lord, you hear me?
All right.
Have
George!
Rachel come
What's your
talk
name again? I just said to stop. So that's all I want you to. There you go. Go call Papa Mom.
Babe, I had no idea.
Jesus Christ. Go inside. Call Mom and Pop.
What?
You're not going to do anything for him. There you go.
They
Call Mom
won't
and Pop.
answer.
You can't do
I'll
anything
make
for
sure we
him.
go over there and do it. Babe!
Stop screaming at him. See, she don't listen.
I know.
No. Go back inside. Go back inside. Go back inside. Jesus.
Do you need Jesus right now?
I don't need Jesus. Go inside. Go inside. Why do you keep coming out here causing problems? Go inside and call Mom and Pop. There's nothing you can do for him out here. You're not going to hug him. You're not going to go talk to him. Just go inside and call Mom and Pop.
How's Henry over there talking to him?
Henry's the property manager. He's asking him questions. The deputy's asking him questions. Why is this
What
all...
do you want me to do?
Ma'am, go inside. Call Mom and Pops. Let's go. You're not doing anything for him screaming here. Why is this so hard for you?
What happened?
I need his father and his mother's
Take her inside. Take her inside. Maybe he'll show it to
his
you.
father's number and his mother's number.
Yes, I
Yeah.
got
So
it.
I
I
can
got
give him
both.
a
I
All
got
right.
both. Hold up, wait a minute. Y'all gotta go. Okay,
Hey.
it's done when it's done.
Why are you screaming for?
Sarah, I need the number. She don't have it. So
Goodness
when you get
gracious.
his phone,
I have it.
I need you to write it
I know. She's on something. He has an open. Okay.
I know how it feels to be locked up without a number.
Yeah.
Can you write his mother and his father's number?
Come inside.
Come on, let's go. Let's go.
Do you need anything with me?
I need you to go inside like the past 5 minutes.
We need the phone numbers.
Goodness gracious. All right, go.
George!
Yeah, you have to hurry up. It's about to pour. All right, buddy.
You need her for anything?
No, we don't. We have her information already. So here's what's gonna happen, bud. You're gonna take the ride back down, and because it's almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon, you're gonna see a judge tomorrow morning. You won't be able to see her today. And it might be the same judge that gave you the no contact order. Okay. Listen, from here on out, bud, until that case is resolved, you cannot come here. Okay. Or have contact with her, even if she invites you. Okay. She called us earlier and told us that you guys had a no contact order. Okay. She didn't want anything to do with you. Like, no charges, nothing. But we told her because it's domestic, Florida has to. Okay. So, all right, bud. Just make sure he's got nothing on him.
I know him.
Hey, you don't have anything on you, right, bud? No. Okay. We'll make it as cordial as it can be. Okay. We promise, man. All right.
babe.
So, what do you guys think was going through these officers' minds when they came to the scene, and instead of being upset and scared and seeming like she needed to get away from this guy, she's acting like this? What I see from this and what it shows for me and what I would do if I was the prosecutor in the case against Sarah is I would use this video as evidence that she was very vindictive when it came to George. He was not going to throw her under the bus during this incident, and he could have, because he had scratches too, but he refused to say anything to the officers. Yet she was so quick to pick up the phone and hurt him. It just shows a pattern, a history. All of these calls that were made that brought him to the jail were basically because she called the police on George. And we know full and well that he also had injuries on him during these cases. Now, I'm not saying he didn't injure her. I think he did injure her. I just don't know. I kind of feel like if I was looking through his history, and we're going to go over that in a future video, but he was in a relationship. I think he was actually married to the lady who he had his 3 children with. They were together for a long time. There were a lot of cute pictures of them on social media together. He never had any DV charges. He met Sarah in January of 2017. And since that time that he was with her, he was arrested July the 25th of 18, June the 15th of 19, June the 18th of 19, August the 28th of 19, and October the 17th of 19. 5 times she called the cops on him. I don't see a pattern of she was in a domestic abuse situation that she couldn't get out of. This would be, if she wanted to get out of this situation, she would have been able to get out. She wasn't, if she goes with the domestic spouse or the domestic partner abuse case that she wants to do, that she's so, ready to tell everybody that she was the one that was being abused, then she's going to fail. Because this situation right here put him in a position to where he could have no contact with her at all. But yet she let him back in the house. The next call was that she said he stole her credit card. It was probably a debit card. I don't know. He said she stole his credit card or something, or debit card. And it just seemed like that was okay. So he didn't hit you that day. So let's call theft on him. Let's call him in for theft. I'm having a hard time with all of this. We're going to have another video where we look at the other police reports and break those down. And then I want to discuss this further because I feel like I want to dive into the whole aspect of, we know what route she's probably planning on taking. This is the reason why she fired previous attorneys. They didn't want to take the DV route, but she insists on it. She's the victim. She's always going to be the victim. And that's the way she wants it. And that's where she is today, stuck representing herself. But if she was smart, what should she do? And we'll talk about that in a future video. What should Sarah play out as a defense? Today, what I wanted to do was talk about her behavior. It blew me away, actually. I felt like we saw a side of her that we had not seen before. A lot of it's funny just because of she acts so stupid. And this one cop is just like, whatever, lady. I did learn too, though, that this guy right here, his name is Henry. And I want to look on the witness list and see if Henry is set to testify. Because at the time, it looks like he was working at the management office. He obviously knew them. I mean, well enough for him to be involved like this. This wasn't just... we all know that Sarah went to their office a lot and talked about George. So, I mean, God forbid, she didn't have a job. So I wonder how often she hung out up at the office. And again, I don't want to come off as I think he did hit her. I think she drove him to the point of hitting her. But what I'm trying to point out is that he didn't hit his previous girlfriend. Usually in cases where men or women are abusive, they have a history of it with other partners. He didn't have that. But you also have Brian, Sarah's ex-husband, who stated that she would always get physically aggressive with him when she was drinking. Again, the common denominator, just like in The Lawyer's Leaving, the common denominator is Sarah. This is the order of commitment that was filed. And it's an order of probable cause determination. It says it's a misdemeanor. It's not a, but then it says criminal division misdemeanor, I guess, still. Okay, so a probable cause determination is hereby made that the defendant committed the crimes charged in the complaint. No contact directly or indirectly with the victim. Do not return to the scene of the offense. Do not possess any weapons or firearms. And do not possess or consume any alcohol. We know that he broke all but one of those. To our knowledge, he didn't have any weapons or firearms. The other piece I wanted to show you guys. This is the no contact order, which he did sign, was issued on June 16th. The June 15th call, which we don't have body camera footage of yet. And I wonder, this is one thing I wanted to bring up. So I can't find that footage yet, and I'm still looking for it. I've got a request into Orange County. But my thing is I wonder if some of that is redacted right now because of this case. I just have a feeling we're going to see so much stuff in court, you guys. But anyway, it says that, the defendant should have no contact with the person. You must not have any in-person or face-to-face contact. You must not write to the victim. You must not telephone the victim. You must not page the victim, fax or text the victim, email the victim, leave any notes or cards or other items for the victim. You must not have anyone, including your children, send messages to the victim. You must not do anything to intimidate the victim in any way. And you must not communicate in any way with the victim. And he agreed to it. Then the next thing, now I pulled this up yesterday in our last thing, and I'm going to show it to you guys. So because it was, because it was a bail bonds, and KC can talk to this. KC, I need you on this one. So I don't see anywhere in here where it says who put the money up. I think it was Sarah, but it doesn't say in here. I mean, it could have been his family. Okay, I'm thinking out loud again. God help us all. Why don't they just make a law that says that if you're a victim of an abuse of domestic violence case or something like that, you cannot bail that person out of jail? It's just, and that gets them out of a bad situation because, a lot of times the victim does end up bailing them out or whatever, but that gets the victim off the hook with the abuser. Why don't they do that? I just wondered. Okay, I'm not done. Hang on. First appearance information sheets. He was granted pretrial release on his previous case. And since the defendant's release, let me show you this. Since the defendant's release, the defendant has been arrested for a new offense. The undersigned has reviewed the arrest report for the new offense, and the undersigned has determined there is probable cause to believe the defendant has committed a new crime while on pretrial release. That's basically just the paperwork that goes with the previous stuff that said that, this is what he did. Now, it does say in here that at this point, he could not be let out on bond. But then they did a bond. They filed a bond. Then they had a motion to set bond. Motion to set bail bond, or in the alternative, release on its own recognizance. Recognizance. Good gracious alive. I cannot speak. Okay, to set the bail set in this case in support thereof, the accused states as follows. He's charged with battery. Wonder why they've always put dating violence. I guess that's the equivalent of domestic violence. The accused was initially released on PTR, but was subsequently arrested for violation of pretrial conditions on DV case. The accused was arrested. His bond on the battery case was revoked. That's true. But the accused is currently being held with no bond on the battery. Okay, so maybe that's where that came up. Maybe that bail bond is from the previous one. That the alleged victim, Sarah Boone, has reached out to the defense and will sign a declination of prosecution, does not wish to testify against the accused, and is seeking to remove the no contact order in this case. Interesting. That's huge right there, you guys, for the prosecution to use against her in her upcoming trial. That if released, the accused will reside. He was a manager at Ace Hardware for 4 years before the arrest. Now, that puts a whole new light on things because that's not what we were told, at least in all the stuff that I saw. Or maybe it's what I think it was Brian who said he wasn't really keeping a job or whatever. He was a manager at Ace Hardware for 4 years. That is huge, you guys. I'm going to bring a lot more of this up when we talk about their history in another video. His family lives in Philadelphia. The accused financially supports his children. He has lived in Florida for 6 years. He has informed the defense that he does not have a criminal record. Not before Sarah. He didn't have a criminal record before Sarah, y'all. I looked. I did a background check on him. Motion to modify. Motion of no contact order and files this motion of modification of no contact order and in support thereof states as follows. The defendant's current release conditions are no direct or indirect contact with the alleged victim. Okay, this is the same. Defendant is entitled to removal of such conditions because the alleged victim desires that no contact condition be modified to no hostile contact. Okay. This is just a motion, though. The undersigned has contacted Sarah Boone and she requests that the no contact order be modified to no hostile contact. The undersigned will produce Sarah Boone at a hearing set by this honorable court to testify as modification of the no contact order. Defense moves court to modify the no contact order. So that was just the request on it. Let's see if they allowed it. I don't think they ever did, right? They didn't. So let's see what else there was. The notice of hearing was sent out. And the hearing was set for July the 2nd of 2019 at 8:30. And we got an affidavit. All right. This is the affidavit that she signed saying she didn't want to prosecute him. She said, "My name is Sarah Boone. I am the alleged victim and complaining witness against the above named individual. I am, by execution of this document, advising the State Attorney's Office, Orange County, Florida, that I do not desire the case to be prosecuted further and request the charges to be dismissed. I'm signing this affidavit voluntarily and on my own free will, without coercion or undue pressure from anyone, this 25th day of June, 2019. Okay, then the bond thing comes up again. Oh, okay. I apologize. I found it right here. Never mind, Casey. I found it. Together with the promise or receipt of security belonging to Blanca Torres, his mom bailed him out. Or she tried to. Then the July 2nd hearing. Ooh, I don't like the way this is popping up. Hang on, let me see if it'll let me. There we go. George was present. He had an attorney present. The assistant state attorney was present. There's a witness. The victim in the case was present. Okay, that must have been Sarah that was there as the witness. She was present, sworn, and testified. Motion to modify conditions of release is hereby granted. The no contact order is modified to no hostile contact with the victim. Do not consume any alcohol. Maintain a separate residence. So he still said he couldn't go back to live with her. It's sad that that's how they let people get back, because that just seems like it's so easy for them to get this stuff withdrawn, and the victims, not that Sarah was a victim, but under normal cases, the victims are the ones that pay. So they put it at a first-degree misdemeanor. And on July 2nd of 2019, the prosecutor, assistant state attorney, from the investigation which has been made, it is of the opinion of the writer that the case is not suitable for prosecution. The action is taken to clear the records to release the subject's bond, if any has been posted, responsive to the above charges. If in custody, defendants should be released. Yeah, that their hands were tied. So that's that on that case. Oh, there's another thing I wanted you guys to listen to really quickly. At one point, they go to his mother's house to find George, and I want to say it was around this time period. I got to look back on the dates. And he was at work, and she told him he was at work. But I want you guys to hear what she said about Sarah.
Morning, ma'am. Can we talk to Jorge Jr.?
No, he's working.
Okay.
He's working?
Yeah, he works in Ace. That's Aloma. I think you go this way and you go to Aloma.
Okay.
That's the Ace there.
Oh, he works at Ace Hardware.
Uh-huh.
Okay, we're just here to speak to him about something that possibly happened yesterday. So, but he's at work right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just want to have a chit chat with him. That's all. That's where he's at right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I was just going to let you know he's an alcoholic.
Is he? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And the lady that he's having problems, she has his ID, and she don't want to give it to him.
Okay.
For a long time.
Okay.
He got everything.
Because he was just arrested, wasn't he?
Yeah, because I think arguing with her.
Yeah, something like that. Okay. Yeah, we just wanted to speak to him about something real quick. If he's at work, we'll have a chit chat with him at work, and we'll go from there. So, okay, man, thank you. Appreciate it. Okay, sorry to bother you.
Okay.
So we're going to see her in court. I'm sure his family is going to testify. I will say too, though, but because we know his mom has a heavy accent, I am sure they're going to want an interpreter for her. That's going to slow things down. So I wonder if there's going to be any other family members that are going to require an interpreter, which again slows things down. I guess the court has prepared for that. They say 3 weeks. So you guys might as well just, you know what? Come October the 7th, go to your calendars right now. I don't care if it's on your phone or if it's in your paper calendar. You need to go there right now and mark everything off. Don't go get your hair done. Don't go get your nails done. Don't plan any trips to shop between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Y'all just plan to be here for this trial. This is going to be a long one because I'm not used to doing live streams and being stuck to the computer all day, but I'm going to do my bestesses. I'm worried because I have an uncle that's having heart surgery next week, and I had said that I was going to definitely help with him, and I definitely will. That would be the only thing that could come up. Of course, it's a long time between his surgery this next week and October, so I should be fine there. I was just a little worried about that. But other than that, her next hearing is tomorrow, Wednesday the 14th. So it's at noon or 12:30-ish. It's 12:30 Central Standard Time, 1:30 Florida time. And the last time they did a hearing, nobody showed it but Court TV. And I didn't like the way that it came out because they kept interrupting it with commercials, and then they talk over it. And then they went and released the whole thing just out of nowhere on YouTube. I'm going to plan to be here with you guys tomorrow at 6 p.m. to do live to watch that, okay? So that we can all come together in the evening and chit chat. Okay, I'm now going to relieve you guys of my rambling. Hey, thanks for sticking in with me today. I appreciate you being here. And I will see you tomorrow night. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please do not forget to like and subscribe on your way out. And feel free to leave a comment. Have a blessed day.